Hello everybody, and I'm back as promised. This is definitely now a book review, so I hope you're all excited for my John Grisham fans, right? Another one. I took out 2 Holocaust books at the library, 2 John Grisham books. It happens. So, today's review is on John Grisham's The Associate. I can, sorry, not cover that up completely. That would probably be the best way to hold it. So, this one is pretty interesting. I've had kind of like a roller coaster of a time with John Grisham books. There are some books where I'm kind of like, I just need to get to the end, and some books I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So, this is more of the crazy, like, hand-flinging one. This is about a young law student. He's about to graduate from Yale. His name is Kyle McAvoy. And he's got his whole life before him. He wants to go down south, somewhere rural, practice law for the people who can't afford lawyers. He wants to be the do-good lawyer. And right before he's allowed to do that, he is threatened by people that he thinks are FBI officers, and is told that, they have a video from his past that could really damage his career and everything. And so he's horrified. He goes with them to listen to their story. Turns out they are these high-powered, don't know where they were hired from people that are trying to blackmail him into serving for a certain law company, and getting them secrets from what goes on at that law company. Crazy stuff. So definitely very interesting. I really enjoyed reading this. There were certain points where I could not literally put this book down, which made it really hard when we took the family day trip the other day and I had to get out of the car and put the book down. Not fun time. So Kyle is very interesting. I like how Grisham writes his character, because if I was in this situation, I'd probably freak out and go, okay, whatever you want, please, like, don't ruin my life. And he kind of sits there and he challenges them a lot, and he doesn't just give in to them. I mean, he has to, in some way, like, do what they want, but he's very, very smart. Granted, he also just studied to be a lawyer for years, so I think that helps with his thinking, whereas I'm not a lawyer, not even close to anything like a lawyer, so I'd be like, oh no, what do I do? But, so Kyle just really, he thinks a lot. It also helps that this kid likes spy novels in his spare time. That's a little convenient, but it's Grisham's book. Can't tell him how to write it. So it's very interesting because it talks about how he changes as a person. It goes through him working at this new law firm and how he goes in and he's surrounded by people, and this poor kid's just trying to pass the bar and, like, graduate, and now he's got all this crap on his shoulders. And it's also hard because he has to reconnect with his old friends, and at the same time there's, like, points where you're watching him, and then there's points where you're the handler, or Kyle has a handler that makes sure he does what he needs to do so he doesn't get blackmailed. And the handler keeps such close tabs on him. And then it's fun to see Kyle outwit him at certain points, and you're like, yeah, yeah. And then, of course, you see your other friend, and he's like, oh, just kidding, but he's watching you still. And you're like, oh, crap. It's really cool, though. I like that Kyle takes a lot of this on himself. I like how he reconnects with his friends that are also involved in the blackmail. At some point, I just got really, really upset. You'll find out why. There's one character that is trying to turn around his life, and then there's, like, a huge roadblock in his way. Not roadblock, but something happens, and you're just like, no! And then if you're Kyle, or you're thinking like Kyle, you're like, we're gonna beat this guy up, we're gonna kill him, we're gonna, and, it's always good when a book makes you have all those emotions where you want to scream at paper. It's always a good day when you want to scream at paper, right? So it was a very, very good book. I think in the beginning, again, when I went to the library, I was trying to read some more John Grisham books because I know a lot of you guys like my reviews on those, or at least you're watching those. And then I kind of was turned on to this one because it interested me. Some of the ones that were there wasn't as, like, ooh, but this one I was kind of like, oh, this seems interesting, alright. And it's one of the, I would say, better John Grisham books I've read. All of his books are great, I'm sure, to people, but some of them are just a little bit better. So this was one of those for me. If you like learning about the law system, about blackmail, if you're planning to blackmail people, please don't blackmail people. Anything like that, I'm sure you'd really enjoy this book. I would give it probably a 4 on my 1 through 5 scale for, like, there were just a lot of moments I didn't want to put it down. I would sit there and go, just read to the next chapter, then you can go to bed. And then I'd be like, oh, but the next chapter started with a great sentence, so we'll just keep going. So it's a lot of it like that. So I'm headed back to the library today to pick out some more books. Let's see, I might end up with some John Grisham, maybe I'll end up with some Dean Koontz, throw it out there a little bit. Maybe I'll just end up with something that you guys don't even know about. You know, that's my life here. So again, John Grisham, The Associate. You should definitely check it out. If you're a young college grad, you'd enjoy it. If you're a young lawyer that's graduating college, you might enjoy it. If you're being blackmailed by someone, you might pick up some tips from it. Anyways, I just thought you'd enjoy that. So, again, The Associate, one of the better Grisham books in my opinion. Hope you enjoy. I'm officially signing off now to go, whoopsies, live my life. So you guys watch my videos, live your lives, have an awesome day, okay? Alright, bye guys.